Alright, hello everybody. This is a very impromptu video, very off the cuff. This is a very jank setup as well. But this is a thing I have just discovered, or I've just obtained, and I think it would be fun for us to look at together. So, the story here is, some of my viewers may be familiar with my friend Andrew, who runs the channel Video Game Hazard, and that he is a big fan of Pokemon. Now, he has copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Game Boy. And I used to have a bootleg of Leaf Green long time ago, but I lost it, like, 2018. So, I haven't had a physical copy of Leaf Green in that long. But it was the first Pokemon game I really got into, so I was like, well, I kind of want a physical copy of it. So, I went to Andrew, I said, hey, you have your copy of Leaf Green, are you at all interested in selling it? And he said yes. He gave me a very good price for it, so I paid him money, and I obtained this copy of Leaf Green. And this copy of Leaf Green, I just booted it up a second ago, discovered it has a file on it. So together, we are going to explore just what is on this copy of Leaf Green, which I should point out was obtained from Lukey Games. It has a Lukey Games barcode on it, if that brings back memories for anyone. It did for me as someone who bought used games from the internet back in the early 2010s. Anyway, let's have a look at this copy of Leaf Green. So we got Enzo. This is amusing for me as someone who is currently watching Season 4 of Stranger Things. 32 hours. So someone really played this game. Like, 62, that's the Pokedex you would expect from someone who's, like, beaten the game. Honestly, 60, they might even be in the aftergame. I have not looked at this. We're going to discover together. Alright. Moved Poliwag to box. Oh, they were in the upper floor of the center? They were going into the comm room? Traded in exchange for Enzo's Ekans. What? Okay, so Ekans is a Fire Red exclusive, I think. Moved, returned, forgot. Okay. What were you doing? Enzo, what were you cooking? Went down. Switched Pokemon Weezing with Crobat. So you are in the aftergame then if you have a Crobat. Fighting people. Save the game at... Okay, so we're in the Sevi Islands. Alright, so what's our team look like? Weezing. Ekit. What's this? Man, Enzo. Enzo's a big fan of Poison-type Pokemon. Level 40... 76?! What the hell? I didn't even see that at first. Lax Nature. Apparently met at 4 Island, so this was a traded Pokemon. Holding leftovers. What moves? Sludge, Shockwave, Return Secret, but that's kind of a crappy moveset. I mean, I suppose if he'd already used the Sludge Bomb TM. Okay, Wrap, Return. Why did you give this thing Return? Oh, and here's a 77 Muck with Sludge, Brick Break, Return, Sludge Bomb. Or natures on these guys. Sorry. Hardy. This is also Hardy. This is also holding leftovers. This Lapras is 25. So, were you playing this whole game with your Lapras and your Weezing? I gotta go check out the boxes. Alright, this Crobat is 41, so maybe the Crobat. So, okay, caught in Mount Moon, so you had this from, like, beginning of the game. Steel Wing, Fly, Thief, Aerial Ace is a pretty typical Crobat moveset. Let's fly to the... So you must be in the aftergame. I guess we'll go to one island. We'll go to the center and see. Maybe I can talk to Celio and see if the Ruby Sapphire quest has been done. How have things been for you? Oh, is that right? You caught more Pokemon, you know? Maybe I can be useful to... Oh! This is the start of the quest! Okay. So, you haven't done any of the aftergame. Alright, what's in your PC, bruh? Hitmonlee. Not trained at all, that's the level you get it at. Diglett, Ivysaur... Dude! What the hell? You weren't using... You weren't using the starter Pokemon? What were you cooking? Meowth? Snorlax? Paris, probably caught for tiny mushrooms, no doubt. Clefable. Machop. They probably evolved this one for sake of Pokedex. I see, because I also see, is that a Nidoqueen? Yeah, it is. Probably evolved that one for Pokedex. He did get the old Ember. Yeah, Vulpix. Oh, a Vulpix and a Ninetales. How fancy. Respect for Lord Helix. Bellsprout, Parasect, Meow. Why two Meowth? Pickup? Were you trying to get one with Pickup? No, because Pickup's the only ability it can have, right? I think. What do we got in box 2? We got, Poliwag, Poliwrath, Gyarados, Kadabra, Tangela, Voltorb. Okay. These are all normal. Graveler, another Nid... What? Why? Oh. That's just a Nidorina. I thought it might be another Nidoqueen. But, hang on. None of the legendaries. Bruh, you went... You... got 61... You didn't go after any of the legendaries. I mean, clearly he had some idea of what he was doing. This isn't just some random kid's playthrough. Although, I say that and then I see, like, 5 million Zubat in the box, so I'm thinking, what's he doing? Fascinating. So... Or, I suppose it's possible he tried to go for the legendaries and didn't catch them. What's the easiest one to get to? Well, the level I'm at, I could probably... Oh, well, I could check if he used the Master Ball. Although, if he used the Master Ball, he would have them, wouldn't they? He has the Master Ball. He has not used the Master Ball. Okay. Alright. Take me back to Vermilion City, where the grass is green and the girls are Lieutenant Surge. I don't even know where I want to go, but I do kind of want to check out if he's done... if he has even tried the legendaries. What sort of fight did he get into that... What was he doing with this Ekans? What was his game here? Alright. Take us to Rock... I'm gonna need to get something that has Surf now. Well, the Lapras probably has Surf. That's probably why he has it on him. Alright. Do I have Repels? I do have Max Repels. Alright, so this should be fairly simple. Do I even bother? I'm just trying to see what he's got for if he even tried Zapdos. Although he has a Thunderstone, did he just buy that, or did because if he found it in the wild, he might have found it in the power plant. Although I think there's also one in the mansion. I did a personal playthrough of Leaf Green rather recently. Part of the reason I bought this cartridge is I want to move my personal file onto it. Okay. Can I see it? Yeah, it's still there. He hasn't even attempted it. Fascinating. Well, obviously he's done the League. So this is the file of a guy who knew what he was doing enough to beat the game, but also didn't want to use a starter Pokemon or, like, have a well-structured team at all. Let's go... I want to go back and look at this box. Is there anything at a reasonable level? Like... Because we got these guys in their frickin' 70s. Crobat's in its 40s. There's... I mean, these guys... These are just the levels you'd catch them at. You wouldn't train them like that. Yeah, the Aerodactyl's just its revive level. You might have done the Poliwrath, maybe. Ah, level 46 Marowak might have used this one. Huh. Strange, very strange. Well, Enzo, thank you very much for your services. This has been a fascinating deep dive. Now, I shall have to destroy your work in order to put my file on this cartridge.